What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for yet another Tottenham update, and we brought you the news yesterday that Tottenham are in talks with some of the South American FAs, the Brazilian FA and the Argentinian FA and the Colombian FA, in terms of the quarantine situation with the Tottenham players.
What did I say? Don't hold your breath.
Exactly. We brought you some positive news yesterday, but today we're hearing that Spurs are losing the battle to get their South Americans back early, with Royal, Romero, Sanchez and Lo Celso currently likely to play in all three internationals this fortnight, leaving them big doubts for the Newcastle game. And
because they play 3 games.
Less, to be honest,
because the South Americans play 3 games, don't they? The European teams are playing 2, but they're playing 3, and their last game is on the Thursday, and that will leave them a massive doubt for the Sunday game against Newcastle, which is a massive shame. Again, if they are to be unavailable. Again, after the international break, again slowing down their progress would be very, very frustrating. And I didn't expect the Argentinian FA or Brazilian FA to budge at all, because if they budge for Spurs, then what about Rafinha? What about all the Brazilian Premier League players? Thiago Silva, Firmino. If you budge for one, you have to budge for all of them, and it's not going to happen. So
no, it's not.
I didn't expect it.
But we do know, I think a reliable journalist said about a week ago that Romero has been vaccinated. So that means that he can actually come back and play, but it's the others that we don't know about. And if Spurs are really trying this hard to try get them to get released early, that tells me they're not vaccinated.
Yeah, that's probably the case when it comes to Romero. But even Romero, I'll still involve him playing on a Thursday and then travelling from South America for the game on Sunday, which is not ideal whatsoever. And even in that case, he's still likely to miss out. Yeah. So that would be a massive shame.
Definitely. But that's the situation regarding the South Americans. Let's move on. This one is from Calcio and Napoli. I'm not sure how reliable they are or unreliable they are, but they say Tottenham are ready to close the deal for Cagliari midfielder Nahitan Nandez in the January transfer window. This was one
again.
Yeah, this was one that popped up at the end of the summer transfer window in the last week or two. Nothing really happened. Is this going to happen?
Maybe if Winks leaves.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of those where he could be a replacement for Winks, but with Skip in form at the moment, him playing his way into the first team, his spot sealed, can't see us making any kind of big move in January for another midfielder.
All right, let's move on. Corriere dello Sport are talking about Dusan Vlahovic again. We brought you the news yesterday that he will not be signing a contract at Fiorentina. And what they are saying is Dusan Vlahovic is in Tottenham's sights, with Fabio Paratici seeing the Serbian as the perfect replacement for Harry Kane in the long term. And I saw another report, I can't really remember who it was from, but they were saying that Fiorentina are looking to get rid now, seeing as he's not signing that contract. They're looking to offload either in January or the summer.
Well, his stocks are very high at the moment as well, so it might be a very good time to get some money for him. So obviously I'll be delighted. Again, they were asking for a big money in January, in the summer. So in January, will the price go down? I'd expect so, and that could allow a bit of possibility for us to steal March. But it's about how willing we are to part with decent money to get a striker who's going to be competing with one of the best strikers in Europe, in Harry Kane. And I guess a lot maybe will depend on Kane's form from now to January. If he's really still off it, and it might convince Levy that it's worth it getting another striker in. That could be also the case, but
I think either way it's worth it getting another striker in.
Oh no, look, either way it is worth it. But when we're talking about Daniel Levy's point of view, maybe if Kane has really dropped off dramatically.
But surely Levy's looking at the squad right now and seeing Dane Scarlett play in these Europa Conference League games and seeing he's literally a kid playing amongst men. Yeah. Surely that rings alarm bells to him. Surely, man,
mate, enough things should have rung alarm bells for Levy.
2 bloody brain cells can tell you that. You know what I mean?
Know. That's the reality. Everyone knows we need a backup striker for a very long time, so it's nothing new, is it?
All right, let's move over to the Times. We brought you some news on Harry Winks yesterday. The Times are saying Tottenham midfielder Harry Winks is ready to request a loan exit during the January transfer window.
Yeah.
He's ready to request. Why doesn't he just request?
He's ready, just getting ready. He's limbering up his fingers. He's just getting limbering up. But look, he's got to go, I think, at this point. Nuno doesn't fancy him. Mourinho, he struggled to get back in the team. Obviously, he came from under Poch, but I think at this point, it's been a while since he's had a run of games really at all in the first team, is it, in the Premier League? So I think it's best for everyone that, even if it is a loan, maybe just to regenerate himself, but he needs to move, that's for sure.
They didn't even put him in the side against Rennes in the Conference League.
Yeah, I know.
He's really struggling against Mura, but
he's struggling to get Conference League places, and he played in the League Cup as well. Who did he play in the League Cup? Played Wolves. He didn't play in that game, so he's struggling to get cup games as well. So that tells the story of 4 weeks at the moment.
Definitely. And let's move on to the last bit of news to you. We told you that Aurier had moved to Villarreal. We've had some comments from Serge Aurier regarding what happened in the summer. And he says, I'm just going to read the little snippet that applies to Tottenham. And he says, I couldn't see myself in another club in England unless it's your home. And I couldn't see myself joining the enemy, even less because I have way too much respect for our club, our history, and all the moments we shared together. So that's nice comments. I mean, does that tell you that Arsenal did come in for a
maybe? I mean, I don't know why else he'd be talking about it unless Arsenal.
You're not going to respond to rumours like that, are you?
No one does. So Arsenal, I think it's probably telling that Arsenal maybe really did make maybe it wasn't an advanced offer, maybe it was just tentative, like, would you be willing to come? And they were just like, no. So I think that tells us. I think that shows that they probably did. But fair play to Serge. Big respect in he's gone up a lot more in my estimations after that. I wouldn't have blamed him, as I said before, for going to Arsenal if he did choose to, but because he didn't, I respect him even more. And look, I wish him all the best of Villarreal. It's a good move for him, but that little snippet is nice to hear from him.
And I like the way he describes Tottenham as our club. You know what I mean?
He was here for 4 years. Decent amount of time.
I have way too much respect for our club, our history, and all the moments we shared together. That just touches my heart a little bit.
Yeah, he spent a decent amount of his career at Spurs, so it's a shame it didn't quite work out as we'd hoped, but he had I think he had a good time here overall, so good luck to him.
All right, so that is your Tottenham update. Let me know in the comments section below if you have any thoughts regarding any of the news that we've brought to you today. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always,
come on you Spurs.